Good evening. Are you finding it hard to be happy? Because I am. Yesterday, I went on YouTube and I searched happiness during war. I was looking for some inspiration, some motivation, some happiness. And I put in the search, how to be happy during war. My motherland is currently at odds with other countries that shall not be named. There's other catastrophes happening around. The Middle East is not doing very well right now, but it is impacting us in North America as well. If you're listening to me from North America, you've probably noticed as gas prices has gone up. We're going to continue seeing effects of this here. And so, anyways, I went on YouTube to search for some happiness and I couldn't find any. And so I decided to do some research, and I want to share my research with you because maybe you're also having a hard time being happy or finding joy. But there's actual scholarly research on how people have found ways to be happy even in the worst of times. So let's learn. For this research, we're going to look at 3 different populations who have experienced, unfortunately, war. We are going to look at Syrian refugees, we're going to look at Ukrainians, and we're going to look at those who've been impacted in Sarajevo. I hope I said that right. So in the first study that I found, research after World War II and more recent conflicts shows, psychiatrist Viktor Frankl in Man's Search for Meaning says, humans can endure extreme suffering if they find meaning in their situation. Another study looking at Syrian refugees called War and Displacement Stressors and Coping Mechanisms of Syrian Urban Refugee Families Living in Istanbul found Syrian refugee families coped with war stress through supporting family, hopeful beliefs, and maintaining connections with relatives, so not isolating. But wait, there's more. Another study looking at Syrian refugees in the Netherlands found the importance of family support provides emotional encouragement, motivation, and meaning in life during war and displacement. This is from BMC Psychology in 2022 called Adversity, Emotion, Resilience Among Syrian Refugees in the Netherlands. Another study called Conflict and Well-Being of Civilians, the Case of the Russian-Ukrainian Hybrid War, published in Economic Systems, found the effect on mental health does not necessarily change with distance, but may change with difference in exposure to mass media and social networks. So we got to be careful with what we're taking in. I say this to myself before anybody else because I've been online a lot. Haven't been posting, but have been reading. Another study on the Blitz found between 1940 and 1941, continuing ordinary routines help people maintain morale and emotional stability. Therefore, the maintenance of ordinary daily routines and ordinary activities helped people sustain morality. I don't know who needs to hear this, but maintain your connections, maintain your daily habits. Don't just spend all your time on social media. These are research-backed ways of finding happiness even during distressing wartime. I hope this research has been fascinating for you so far. I wanted to end with a case study on the siege in Sarajevo. That was between 1992 and 1996, where people who were going through it were relying on classical music to help them. The arts, sports, music, social gatherings, people continuing to do that despite the sadness and the pain has been helpful. Hear this out. So the source is called FAMA, F-A-M-A collection. It says it was a battle of harmony against disharmony. Classical music. During the siege of Sarajevo, the concert activities did not stop. Academic musicians, soloists, conductors, those who remained in the city, organized themselves, devised repertoires, composed new works, practiced daily, and prepared for concert, despite the impossible working conditions and the constant risk of shelling. Classical music, chamber music, opera works were performed on existing stages, such as Chamber Theatre 55 and the National Theatre, but also in ruined buildings in the city with significant symbolism for citizens of Sarajevo, such as the City Hall. During the concerts, performers in the audience witnessed creation against destruction and death. Musicians organized themselves and adapted to the new situation. Daily rehearsals and preparations for concerts were spontaneous therapy for maintaining mental health, both for performers and the audience. For the citizens of Sarajevo, classical music, thanks to its strong influence on people's emotional states, was the perfect means of resistance against evil and destruction. I thought that was fascinating to share. You could read more on the website, but I just wanted to say that unfortunately life still goes on and we have to find ways to maintain our happiness. And so I hope that this was beneficial for you, and we have to keep finding ways of adaptation and adjust, just like everybody has before us and everybody will after us. So hit that subscribe button. Give me other ideas on wartime. Humor is really good. Okay, bye.